What's going on? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to scale a video editing business, a freelance business, an agency up to that 10K a month point. I know a lot of people have this goal of getting their video editing business 10K a month, but they're stuck with no clients, few clients, not able to really reach that goal. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through a free training, basically walking you through the entire thing. This isn't like a sales asset. This isn't just to like pitch you on something. This is to actually give you information. So I'm not just going to be spitting fluff. I want you right now, I want you to go grab, before you even start, I want you to press your space bar or press the pause button on this video. I want you to pause the video, go grab a pen and a pad, go grab something to take notes on, because in this video, this is going to be the most valuable video you've ever seen on how to scale a video editing business. I promise you. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, how to scale a video editing business up to that point. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to be going over. It's basically going to be a free training, free class, whatever you want to call it. It's not some of these free trainings, free webinars that are just bullshit just to sell you something. It's not my goal. Here, I'm just trying to provide you some value. So how to make 10K per month as a video editor, just some social proof on me. I help people take their business from 0 to 100K a month. I typically work with large scale influencers. Used to be an editor and an agency owner, so I understand your pains. I scaled my agency past 10K a month. I've been in the game for about 5 years now, since 2019. So before 99% of people, most people started the short form game not too long ago. I've been in the game longer. I have a lot more information that most people don't have. So that is one of those things. Also, you're the one watching this YouTube video, not me. So you're probably looking for information that I have to provide for you. And so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video, is giving you that info. Pretty simple. I don't know why I just skipped like 5 slides forward, but here is one of the people in my inner circle group, who's in my inner circle. He's basically scaled his editing agency from 4 to 7 to 8K a month in a few days. He also basically said that he is not even feeling real. He has video editors, people like that, giving him huge profit margins. Again, not just saying that to sell you something. It's not some sales asset. It's just me trying to show you what's possible and show you how you can actually get to that point, and that it is possible to get to that point. So again, in this video, I'm gonna give you all the solutions, solve all your problems. Basically, this is my free video. This is my favorite 4-letter F word, is the word free. I am not, this isn't like have a paywall. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but it's free. If you're struggling with something, if you're struggling with not making the money you desire, not able to retain the clients that you want to retain, if you're not able to acquire clients, if those are your struggles, you're going to want to watch this video. That's who this video is for. And also, if you're not trying to scale, this video is not going to be good for you. It's going to be a waste of time. So you can just skip it, go back to your job, go continue to watch Mr. Beast on YouTube video or whatever you want to watch, CNN. Go watch that. Good luck in life. And I'll see you later. Peace. But to all the people who are looking to scale, I want you to watch this video all the way to the end, because it's going to be super valuable for you. Like I said, go grab a pen and paper for notes. You're going to want to have that for you. This info has the ability to change your life 100%. It changed my life completely. It took me from just being broke, just being a little kid, to actually becoming a man and becoming able to support people around me and being able to actually get some money. So that's what I want for you as well. I hope that helps you as well. So these are typically the 3 things that most editors or freelancers or whatever, their biggest bottlenecks, they usually come down to one of these 3 things, right? So I don't know why I keep skipping. Getting leads, getting sales, or getting results. So most editors are stuck in the stage of not being able to get leads. They're not able to acquire clients, not able to get them in the door, not able to set any appointments, or just find people to even book on appointments, right? So the solution that we're going to be taking here is to create a unique value angle. I'm going to teach you about that in just a second. After you solve the problem of getting leads, you need to be able to close the leads, right? Many editors can't close leads because their service sucks. They're offering the same thing as everybody else, and nobody cares about what you're offering because you're not providing results. After you close them, you do have to provide results. And so the way that we're going to do that, I'm going to teach you exactly how to provide results as an editor or as a freelancer in this video as well. So typically people, when they pay you, right? If I am looking for a video editor, I'm going to pay someone to deliver a service, right? I'm not paying them to go edit a video for me. I'm paying them so that they create content for me, right? So I'm going to explain that in a second. But our main goal here is to turn lead gen, which is, most people pay for lead gen. At the end of the day, no one cares about lead gen, right? Some people think view gen. Some people are still on that view generation. Nobody cares about that at all. Then some people are like, oh, well, I figured it out. I'm focused on lead gen instead of video editing. And I'm here to tell you that that's not enough. You need to take your lead gen and make it revenue gen. You need to be able to generate revenue, not just leads. Leads don't matter at all if you can't generate revenue. So that's what I'm going to be talking about here. That's kind of our goal. And you need to understand this. I would write this down right now. Take a piece of paper, write views, and exit out, right? I want you to write subscribers and exit out. I want you to write likes, exit out. Nobody cares about those things. Those things are useless if you don't generate revenue, right? People are so concerned with how they're going to get leads, but leads don't matter if you can't generate revenue. So we need to turn lead gen into the full process of revenue gen, and I'm going to teach you how to do that in just a minute. First thing that we want to do is create our unique value angle, right? So this is UVA is what I kind of refer to it as, the unique value angle. This is the number one way to actually become special, different, or the one. The first thing that we want to do is figure out what makes your video different than every other editor, right? There's always someone that will do video edits better than you, and there's always someone that will do it cheaper than you. If you're from the US, there's people from the Philippines who will do it way cheaper. If you're from somewhere, and you can always find someone to do it better as well. There's always going to be someone better than you, right? So what actually sets you apart? And especially in an agency model, you can find somebody that does it cheaper and better very, very easily than most agencies. So I'm going to show you the solution to that here in a second as well. And one of the big problems is retaining clients, right? Like if you can't retain your clients and get good results for them, you're not going to be able to actually scale this as a monthly recurring service if people just leave after 2 to 3 months. So that's what we're going to be talking about here as well. Differentiation. That solution to that problem is creating a positioning statement. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that in the next slide after we go through these three here. But differentiation, you have to be different, right? If somebody came to you, if I went to you right now and asked you, why are you special, different, or the one? What would your answer be? I want you to write it down right now on your piece of paper. If your page is blank, or if your page could be better, if you don't provide a direct monetary result, you're not going to be the video editor. I promise you. If you're going to stick with the same model, you're not going to make a lot of money, and I want you to be rich. And so that's what I'm going to teach you here, and we're going to teach you how to define your actual differentiator in a positioning statement. Now, the next step is your deliverables, right? Like, what is it actually that you deliver? Most editors all do the same thing, all edit videos. Nobody really cares about video edits, right? We talked about this in the last one. Nobody really cares about views. Nobody cares about leads. They care about money, right? So your delivery needs to be more than just editing videos, because editing videos, there's no guarantee. You don't control the algorithm. The algorithm has the leverage, not you. And so that's where our deliverables really come in check, is you really want to make sure that you are actually delivering something that is not the same as everybody else's deliverables, right? So the solution for that is just offering more than most people would. And that is kind of what my whole philosophy on this is the more you offer, the more value you can provide, the more you can get back off of it. Now, hear me out. We're going to be working with high caliber clients. And so as we get further into this video, this will make a little bit more sense, but that is kind of what I recommend that you do as well. And then the third thing that is a part of your UVA is results. Again, clients don't give a fuck about views. They don't care about views or subs. They care about money, right? So get this around your head. I want you to write this down a few times if you haven't already. It's very, very important. Money, monetary result. Write those two things down. Right? These two things are linked together, and these are the most important part of video editing. Most people don't do this, but that's why most people are broke, right? The average American is over $100,000 in debt, has less than $1,000 in their bank account, makes $60,000 a year. If you don't want to be average, if you want to be better than those people, you're going to want to watch this video and you're going to want to get results. And those results are not, I'm going to get a bunch of views, I'm going to get a bunch of subs. Those results are monetary results. Right? They're monetary results. We want to provide them with money, right? So the solution here is, again, find a way to get calls on the board, right? We don't want just content that sits there. We want calls. We want this to convert into money. And so the way that we're going to do this is by implementing setters, and we're going to talk about that in a second as well, of how to actually build this out. So we want to get money in the pockets of our clients. So positioning, this is the solution to obviously our first problem here, to getting, being different. So that's what we're going to be talking about here is positioning, right? Positioning, the first thing is building out our positioning statement. So this is what a positioning statement looks like. This is a sample. You can read this. I'm not going to read it out. But here it is, positioning statement. You want to build a positioning statement that answers these 5 questions. Who are your people? What do they need? Who are you? What do you deliver? And why are you special, different, or the one, right? So who are your people is basically just trying to figure out like who your niche is. That's doing your kind of ICP, and you can read through all this if you want. It's kind of blurring it on my screen, so I don't know why. But what do they need, right? Like what are the actual needs of your service? What are the needs of the people? Who are you? So, what makes you special, different, or the one is one of the last questions, but that's part of the thing that you need to do here, right? You need to talk about your character. You need to talk about the characteristics of your business, your values, your morals, that kind of thing here. Who are you? What do you deliver? And this is also showing social proof in who are you, right? What do you deliver is your actual deliverables, and that's what we just talked about a second ago, and we're going to be going a little bit more in depth on deliverables in a second. But deliverables is the basics of what you actually deliver. And then why are you special, different, or the one, right? Why are you different than every other video editor? And if you're not, you're never going to make any money. You need to figure out, why should someone choose your business? Why should someone choose your business? What do you love about your business? Why do you do what you do, right? And so one of those things that we want to do in the selling process, right, is not just talk about, well, we edit videos, nobody cares. That's why you're broke. Nobody cares about the videos you edit, right? People care about the vacation, aka money. So again, we're going to sell the vacation. Nobody looks forward to a plane flight. They don't look forward to standing in the plane station with all the NPCs. People look forward to the vacation, sitting there, sitting on the beach, drinking a Corona, whatever it is for them. I don't drink because drinking is kind of for losers, but people look forward to the vacation. So you got to sell the vacation. You're not selling the plane flight. Again, nobody cares about views. Nobody cares about followers. People care about money. Input should lead to output. So if someone puts in $1,000, they should get more than $1,000 back out of it. If you're not able to make that money, you're not doing something right. And that's what I'm going to teach you, exactly how to get those results and how to make people money. But if you can make other people money, you can make yourself money as well. So again, input should lead to outputs. You got to make people money. Video editing is a form of lead generation. People are not paying for you to edit the videos. In most cases, people are paying for you to bring them leads and to bring them money, right? This is a lead gen service. If we want to make more money off of this service, we want to turn it from a lead gen service into a rev gen service, right? Most people aren't doing rev gen. We are. Most people are broke. So that's what we want to remember here. Now, deliverables. What should your deliverables be? Now, I'm a firm believer in the idea of an offer stack, in providing multiple pieces of value, more than just, I'm going to edit videos, and more than just, some people are like, oh, well, I don't just edit videos, I also post the videos. Wow. Do you want a cookie? Is that what you want? Like, what do you want me to tell you? People still don't care. You have to provide results, right? So your deliverables are most likely currently the same as everyone else's. If they're editing and posting, it's not enough anymore. Maybe it used to be, maybe doing a content agency where you give them ideas, do done for you, still just doesn't work that well anymore, right? 99.999% of editors don't make people their money back. So if you can make them their money back, they're more likely to pay you. You are going to be different than every other editor who doesn't make them their money back. So this is what we want to do. We want to figure out how we can make them their money back. So instead of just editing, we want to take over their whole RevGen team, right? Or system, sorry. This should say RevGen, not lead gen. But we want to take over their whole RevGen system. So here's a sample of an offer, right? Like our current offer might just be like video editing and posting. The new offer, video editing, appointment setting through organic engagement amplification, retargeting, cold outbound. I'm going to teach you about that in a second. Funnel building, right? Building funnels in low ticket communities, guaranteeing them money. Typically the best way, the highest ROI thing that you can do as a video editor is getting an appointment setter for yourself, making them set your appointments, and then having a better offer for yourself by implementing a setter for those clients. So that would be what I would do if I was trying to scale my agency, back up to that point, or up to that point from scratch. That would be kind of what I would do, right? So after we have this offer, essentially, I want you to understand, like, yeah, bro, it's hard to deliver. Most people are like, oh, this is too hard to deliver. Oh, well, that's why you're broke. We want to deliver a service that's hard to deliver. If not, everyone does it. And if everyone does it, there's not as much money to make in it. That's why editing is so saturated and why it's so hard to make money with editing. It's because there's so much saturation in the market. There's so many people in the market. But if you can go out there and put some more friction on yourself, but take more friction off of the clients, you can make more money. And that's what we want at the end of the day, right? So It's more friction to deliver, but if you can provide more value, you're going to make more money long term. Now, organic engagement, amplification, retargeting, this is my strategy for basically warm outbound. If you don't know what that is, basically retargeting the people who already are in your audience. So you need to be retargeting them. Attack the lowest hanging fruit first. If you do have an audience, it's the easiest way to do it. If you had anybody, liking your stuff, I did a full video on this as well. So go watch this one when you're done with this video. The best way to acquire customers in 2023, fast and easy. I need to update that to 2024, but this is the video on OER, or organic engagement amplification retargeting. This is our retargeting strategy, right? That is basically warm outbound. Here's the funnel. Basically, this is what your current funnel probably looks like. You're just making content, putting it out there, hoping to get some views, probably not getting any views because most agencies don't, because everybody's the same. Then you're waiting for the leads to come to you versus actually like going out and, getting the leads. What you need to be doing instead is making content, right? So we're still keeping that part. That part comes across, but we want to publish it to the target specific market to get the right views, right? We don't just want anybody looking at this. We want people who are actually qualified to look at it. Then we want to make a CTA at the end of the video. So video CTA, this is going to be saying something like, hey, if you enjoyed this video, drop me the word whatever, and I'll send you over a free link. We want to add a video CTA at the end. Then we want to nurture those leads. So after we nurture them, we can basically make more content to nurture them, right? So they're going to continue to go through this cycle right here, back and forth, until eventually they do buy. Then we want to send DMs to people who actually are engaging with you, right? People who engage with your content, we want to send DMs to them. And then once we do that, we can actually book them in on a call and make them money. So, or make yourself money by making them money, obviously. So this is kind of the framework for actually booking calls. You want to send the DMs. This is the main part here. Sending the DMs to everyone that is engaging with you because they're already going to be warmer. They're already going to be, somewhat knowledgeable of you, your service, and your business and what you actually have to offer typically. So it's going to be a lot easier to sell this type of person than it is going to be to sell just any rando off the street, right? We don't want homeless people trying to buy our stuff. We want real people who actually are going to be qualified and buy. So that's kind of what we want to do. And the way that we can keep homeless people off of our offer is by raising our prices, right? We got to raise the prices. Your prices are most likely too low. I talked to an editor either today or yesterday. I don't remember. I talked to so many of them, but we talked to somebody that is charging $500 a month retainer, and that's not enough. I promise you it's not. The reason that you're only able to charge $500 for your product and your service is because it sucks. Nobody cares about it. So what we have to do, nobody cares until we make people care. So the way that we're going to make people care is actually offering a better service so we can charge more for it. So there's two parts of our pricing structure. One is our base retainer and one is our profit sharing fee. Again, just a quick reminder, nobody cares about leads. They care about revenue. Sell the vacation. Right? Our pricing structure, typically our retainers are anywhere from 4 to 8K a month. Profit sharing is typically 25 to 50% of an entire business. So everything that we make them, every dollar in revenue that we generate. So if we generate them 100K in revenue, you're going to pay us 25 to 50K depending on the person, plus that 4 to 8K in retainer. They get split between me and my business partner. And that's kind of how we do everything, right? So typically, we want to pay about 5% to a setter. So of this 25% here, about 5% goes to a setter. So 5% to the setter. And then if this person is doing over 50K a month, right? If they're doing over 50K per month, we're going to bring in a closer. And so with that closer is going to close your deals, right? They're going to go and actually do the sales calls. They're going to do that kind of stuff. So that is our kind of profit sharing model. This is what our typical commission structure looks like on top of the retainer. And the reason that we have this commission structure is it incentivizes us to actually get good results, right? It makes it more of like a guarantee almost for the clients. Clients don't pay us this 25%. They don't pay us nearly as much on this 25% if we don't make them money. Now, when we're first starting out, we worked only on the profit share model. And some people do that. Now, if you're offering content, it might not be the move, and that is just because content takes time, it takes resources. But if you are operating on mainly a profit share model, it's definitely possible to do it. It's not, that hard to do. But if you are offering, profit share model, I would recommend not doing content. You can do like just all the other stuff as well on a profit share. You can do appointment setting on that. Again, these people are paid 5% for a setter. So if you're working on a profit share model, that is great to get a case study, but don't do video editing on there just because it's not super high leverage to do it that way. Also, another thing that I've learned, right? People who pay attention. So that's why we charge this retainer, right? We usually don't do an upfront fee. Sometimes we do, depending on the person. If the person doesn't have a ton of money, we're probably not going to do an upfront fee. If we think they are going to benefit from an upfront fee, sometimes we'll do an upfront fee instead of the retainer, only if we know that we can make more than 50 to 100K a month from that client, right? If we can make 50 to 100K a month off of that one client within the next 2 to 3 months, we might not charge a retainer. We might just charge the upfront fee. Otherwise, we're going to keep the retainer. The retainer's, pretty simple. Hopefully you understand that. And then also, when you make people their money back, they're gladly going to continue to pay you, right? People want money. That's what they care about. Now, what's really important here is that we focus on lead quality. Most people don't care about lead quality. That's why they're broke. Again, high caliber clients are everything. They mean everything to us, right? We want the highest caliber people. It's better. It's always going to be better to work with one really high caliber person than 100 non-high caliber people, 100 people that you're not going to be able to get results for. You're going to be able to make a lot more money off of high caliber client, especially if you're running on a price sharing model, right? So typically these are our qualifications. Personally, you don't have to go with these, but over 100K real engaged followers. We want money for paid ads, and we want a high retainer. It's going to be one of these three, if not more than one, right? If they're, money for paid ads, and they're also going to be able to have 100K plus followers, great. We want at least one of those three, right? So that's kind of our goal, is to get at least one of those three. Again, focusing on one high caliber client, way better. So here's like a little kind of graph, or I guess it's a graph. You can see here, we have focus, right? So this is our brain. Both these blue dots here, those are our brain, right? And so here we have us focusing on one thing all the way down. And then down here, we have us focusing on a certain number of all kinds of different things. Now, this is the distance of a fourth of this. So 1/4 of this is equivalent to this, right? So if we split our focus over 4 different clients, what you see is we're not really able to get any of them results. But if we focus all in on one client, we can take that client to the moon, right? To the moon. So that's what we want to do. We want to skyrocket them off of the charts. We want to do that with one client, get crazy results, because then acquisition is never a problem. All these people here, they're not going to refer you to anybody because your service sucks. If you're over here and you're really focusing all in on your 1 or 2 clients, you're going to be a lot better off because your focus is going to be dialed in on them. You're going to get them crazy results, and you're going to figure out how to get them results no matter what. Right? So this is the model that I would recommend, is going for, 1 to 2 clients max. We typically take on 1 client every 3 to 6 months, depending on, our structure. Just because of this, we can really focus all in on one client, get them crazy results. And that's why our results are better than most people's. Most people do this model over here. Most people are broke. Now, what to do if you don't know how to get results? I get this a lot. Well, how do I get results? Oh, I'm a dork. I can't figure it out. Figure it out. FitFo, figure the fuck out, right? We don't want to just be sitting around like, oh, wonder how I get results. Maybe I'll figure it out one day. No, you want to figure it out right now, right? The only way to figure things out is by doing it. You learn one of 2 ways, and you learn by mistakes. But those mistakes don't have to be your own mistakes. So the first thing that I would recommend that you do is start by either doing appointment setting for your clients. It's going to be the highest ROI thing right now, or retargeting. And retargeting. People who engage with you. Send at least like 100 to 200 messages a day. We typically send 200 to 300 for our setters. But if you're just starting out, hundreds, more manageable if you're doing it yourself. Send 100 outbound or warm outbound, right? Warm or cold outbound, right? So that's kind of what we want to do. We want to send 100. We want to start with our warmest. We want to filter our leads from warmest to coldest. Right, so we want to hit our warm leads first, the people who are engaging with our stuff, the people who are following us, liking our content, that kind of thing. We want to fill them first. Then we're going to send out however many we send. Say we send 20 over here, then we're going to send 80 that are just complete cold outbound. That's how we want to run this system. We want to target people who are engaging with us, and then also, for the people who aren't engaging with us, make sure that we are sending outbound as well. So that's kind of the basics of it. Also, if you are, like I said back here, you got to figure it out some way. If you want us to basically figure it out for you, you want me to give you free advice, I want to help you with your specific scenario. If that's something you're interested in, go to dozerdog.co/game plan. You can book in a call there with me. It's free. Again, my favorite 4-letter F word, FREE, free. I'm not charging you for it. So like I said, I'm going to give you some advice on your specific scenario. that's kind of, a wrap for this video. Hopefully you got some value. Essentially, the goal here is to make them money. If you can't make your clients money, you're never going to make any money yourself. So make that your goal, to make people money and get rich yourself. So that's kind of the basics of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I was able to bring you some value. If you want access to this document right here, you can go to resources.dozerdog.co/10K editor. Right, and I'll send you this exact document, or you can just hit the blue button. You can get this exact document. You can basically work through it, see if there's anything that you want to print out or anything like that. And also you can just hit the first link in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Peace.